That was terrible. Yeah, that was absolutely horrible. That was the worst training day I've had in a very long time. And ah, shit. Ah, fuck. I'm pretty frustrated about it. I gave it an honest effort. I gave it the best I had. Things just weren't clicking today. All right, we are on. So today I'm going to be doing some L-sit to handstand press work. I'm going to be doing it at the park today since episode 1, my first episode, I did it in my room here and you guys could only see like half my body doing the handstand. So figured I'd give you guys a better look at what my handstands currently look like. It is push day, so after that I will be doing some weighted dips at the gym. I don't know if I'm going to film that because I don't know if I want to bring a whole tripod and camera into the gym, but yeah, I'm excited. I'll be bringing these bad boys. So let's get to work. I don't take the elevator anymore actually, because I've been stuck 3 times in the elevator living here. So, and keep in mind, I'm on the 7th floor, so I just take the stairs every single time, up and down, because I am sick and tired of getting stuck in elevators. It's getting a little cold outside, which makes calisthenics training a lot harder, but I need some fresh air, honestly. I've been stuck inside my room for so long the past few weeks that this is definitely good for me. But I'm excited to go to this park. I haven't gone to this park in a minute, and I have a lot of friends there, so hopefully someone's over there. I mentioned this in my first episode, but for those who are tuning in to this episode for the first time and don't know me, I'm trying to keep these vlogs as minimal as possible. No editing, just raw footage of me training. And the purpose is to kind of highlight how normal it is to have ups and downs in training, because, you know, a lot of people, including myself, only upload when we're at our strongest, and we don't really show the behind the scenes process of everything. So I'll be showing you guys all my attempts, my fails, my warm-ups, my best ones. You'll get to see it all, and hopefully that puts a better perspective of how a fitness journey, what a fitness journey realistically looks like. So, like, see, I just butchered all this and stuttered. Probably just leave that in there. All right, so made it to the park right here. This is what the park looks like. So completely empty, all for myself. I've mentioned this before, but usually my first handstand attempt of the day is straight cheeks, because there's a whole balance component to the movement. That's hard to dial in first try without any type of warm-up. But I'm gonna keep all the attempts in here so I can document my stuff as raw as possible. I don't know if that's the right phrasing. As real as possible. Let's go with that instead of raw. All right, so my goal is L-sit into a handstand. Ideally, 1 clean fluid motion without any pauses, but let's see what we got. A quick tip for when you practice handstands and handstand push-ups, try and measure the distance between the parallettes or your hands and keep that consistent as much as you can, because that'll help a lot. So for me, I use one of my foot to measure the distance, and that's kind of how I standardize it every single time. Ah, shit. I completely fucked that up. I was not ready for that. See, what's crazy is trying to build up the courage to show those attempts on social media is really hard, because I'm only used to posting, and like many others too, we're only used to posting the best of the best versions of ourselves. But reality is that's just not the case. Like, that attempt was terrible, but it's not abnormal. That's the thing. Like, 40% of my attempts look like that, and then another 40% are successful, they're okay, and then the other 20% are like the better ones, which I would post on social media. So let me try one more time. Ah, fuck. Damn, I feel heavy. Yeah, that's pretty frustrating, but it is what it is. Just one of those days where not off to the strongest start. Keep that head high. It's a good day outside, and we'll keep trying. I got a comment on my first video asking how I trained for all my skills, because I mentioned that certain skills took this amount of time and certain skills took that amount of time. The way I trained it was I trained probably only 2 to 3 skills at a time. I would train a pull skill and a push skill, and then maybe I'd do another push skill or pull skill, but I kept it very, very small, so I'm not trying to do everything at once. I honestly think that's the key to getting better at calisthenics, because if you try and do too much at one time, you won't progress as fast, at least from my experience. Some other people might say differently, but from my experience, if I try to do like 4 or 5 skills at a time, it just didn't work out well. Let's see if I can do it on my 3rd attempt. Finally! Ah, fuck. Damn, I just don't have it today. I'm pretty pissed right now, but that's the journey, you know. There's times when you just get super frustrated because you can't tell if you're progressing. There's times where you feel like you're regressing, like today, but that's okay. It's part of the journey. When I have days like this, it's so easy to get in my head, be like, oh, I'm actually regressing. I suck at calisthenics. This blows. That's why it's so easy to compare yourself to social media people and get let down, because everyone's doing this first try, all that stuff, posting only at their top 1% form, and like, that's great. I don't blame them. Like, I do that too here and there. Just don't let it warp your perception of reality, because it's not realistic. All right, some people came to the park and those people are watching me, so they get to watch me eat shit. I think they see me with the camera, they're like, oh my gosh, he's gonna be so good. Little do they know. Dun, 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 dun. Even though that form was horrendous, I got up. And you know, sometimes when you feel like shit, the best thing you can do is just do it, regardless of how you feel. Of course, that's contextual. You know, if you're sick, if you have the flu, don't show up. But like today, I felt so fatigued. I got 5 hours of sleep. I'm bloated from the crumble cookie yesterday. Just feel heavy in general. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's gonna suck. But just come, show up, push through, still got it. And then maybe I'll do a back lever. I haven't done a back lever in so long. Back lever is one of those skills that everyone just forgets about. You do it here and there just to make sure you can do it. And then you find out you do it, you don't touch it for another like 6 months. It's crazy because I know in the fitness industry, there's a little bit of there's a good amount of toxicity where people shame a lot of people for being where they're at. Like if you can only bench like 135 pounds, you get made fun of. Like, oh, stop making content, you can't even bench. And that sucks, because fitness should be for everybody and it should be a welcoming environment. And I've noticed a lot of calisthenics people are getting a little bit on the toxic side too, where if you can't do a certain skill with perfect form, you just get shit on and stuff like that. And I don't vibe with that. Like I said, we always glorify the top 1% when they're at their peak. That's not the norm, y'all. So as long as you're trying, as long as you're doing your very best to show up, that's what matters in the long run. And if you're enjoying it, that's the big thing too. Ah, fuck. Horrible handstand session, but it is what it is. I'm gonna go over to the park and do a few back lever attempts, see if I can do that, and then I'll probably call it for this episode. Okay, presses were not there today, which is fine, but let's see if back lever is still in me. I haven't done back lever, I swear, since, what is it, December right now? I think since July. I have no idea how my form looked on that, so I guess I'll find out when I edit this video. Back lever was the first intermediate skill, if you can call it an intermediate skill, that I learned. Because the first skill that I learned up was the L sit, and then I learned the muscle up, and then I learned the back lever. And the back lever took about 3 months, 2 months, and I didn't have a solid base. Like, I wasn't even doing dips at that point. I wasn't even doing weighted pull-ups. So I was just training back lever, which not the best way to go. I mean, you can do that, but it's better to spend your time when you're trying to learn calisthenics getting your fundamental strength up with like dips, pull-ups, weighted dips, and all of that. If you're just doing what I did, where you go to the gym 3-4 times a week and just do back lever attempts, I'm sure you can get it. I mean, I did, but you could definitely do it a lot more efficient of a way. I can't tell if my form is good or not. I hope it's okay. That would suck if my back lever sucked today too. All right, so pretty bad skill session. Probably the worst one I've had in 2 or 3 weeks. That was definitely the worst skill session I've had in at least 3 weeks. So, but that's fine. It happens. I have some weighted dips and overhead press left to do at the gym. I'll do my best to record that. I'm probably going to record on my phone, if anything. And then I will recollect my thoughts on today's session back in my room where it's not freezing and I can actually think straight. So, see you guys in a bit. Okay, well, thoughts on my session today. That was terrible. Yeah, that was absolutely horrible. That was the worst training day I've had in a very long time, and I'm pretty frustrated about it, but you know what? I showed up, I gave it an honest effort, I gave it the best I had, and things just weren't clicking today. My strength wasn't there, my balance wasn't there. It's fine. There's definitely some factors that were in my control that I let go, such as I didn't sleep very well last night. I went to bed pretty late. I didn't eat very well yesterday either, and today I also didn't eat very well, so my diet and sleep weren't on point today. But I didn't think it would affect me this much, but like I said, it happens. This is a very normal part of everyone's fitness journey. You're just going to have days where you're just like, I feel like I've never worked out a day in my life, and today was just one of those days, and all you can do is kind of take a step back, reassess. Is it time to deload, or is it just a bad day? I just need to get all these other factors under control, and you know, we'll get back to it. Personally, for me, I think I am due for a deload soon. However, I am kind of pushing it off just 1 more week because I am running a half marathon next Saturday. So I want to just deload right after that. I'm tapering off to next week, and then I'm going to do the half marathon. And then I'm going to take a week to kind of just do bodyweight stuff, no weighted movements, and probably decrease my training volume by 50%, and then hopefully we can get back to it. So I'll document all of it. This next week might be a little rough in terms of how I perform, but that's the whole point of this vlog, is so that I can show you guys my authentic self in terms of my training. But yeah, I've been really enjoying doing these vlogs. My first video got more views than I thought. It's not that many compared to other people, but hey, that's the whole point of this, is I'm not trying to compare to anyone else, just my journey, and if you guys enjoy it, that's all that matters. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next vlog. Peace.